Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening. You're watching Nub's Collection, a YouTube series dedicated to the cataloging and a review of every game in my physical media collection. As always, I am your host, Victor Nub, and I have been looking forward to this day for as long as we've been doing the channel, because we're going to be looking at one of my favorite bad games of all time, Road Rash 64. Developed by Pacific Coast Power and Light, published by THQ, and released in the United States on September 22nd of 1999. Road Rash 64 is the fifth game in the Road Rash franchise, following a successful run of games on the Sega Genesis, PlayStation, 3DO, Sega CD, and Sega Saturn. Like many of its predecessors, the gameplay involves players competing in open road races across a series of interconnected roads and highways with almost no rules for player conduct. Racers are permitted to assault their fellow racers using their hands, feet, and a variety of melee weapons in an attempt to crash them while avoiding oncoming traffic, pedestrians, and the occasional police officer. Cheating is permitted. If a particular path off-road will cut the corner on a track, the player is well within their right to try it. In the big game campaign, players can choose to join one of two biker gangs and compete loosely as part of a team that strives to outpace the opposing gang. However, racers are still placed individually, regardless of affiliation, and there's nothing saying you can't assault your teammates if it makes the difference between finishing first and finishing second. The ultimate goal of the campaign mode is to complete 5 levels with enough cash to purchase a new bike at the conclusion of each level. The player's bike has a durability meter. If the bike sustains too much damage, the player wrecks out and must pay a fee to repair the ride. If a police officer successfully crashes the player, regardless of their durability level, they automatically lose the race and receive a fine. If the player cannot pay to repair their bike or cover a fine, the campaign ends. Road Rash 64 was considered a complete rethinking of the franchise, as it prioritized the combat elements of the game over pure racing. The game was built using shockingly low polygonal counts and low-res textures in an effort to maintain a stable frame rate. However, Road Rash 64 is one of the few Nintendo 64 games to make use of the expansion pack, enabling widescreen and high-resolution options. Despite being an N64 game with a relatively low amount of storage, the game does feature a soundtrack of licensed music from CIV, Full on the Mouth, The Mermen, and of all bands, Sugar Ray. This is before they became a mainstay on top 40 pop stations. I don't have any sales data for Road Rash 64, but it didn't crack the top 50 N64 games in terms of units sold, so I don't think it did too well. Critically, the game was praised for its fun combat and decent, if short, soundtrack, while critics panned the ugly graphics, dull courses, and less entertaining single-player mode, which I find very baffling because I never played the multiplayer. That's all the notes that I had. Now, why was I so excited about playing this game? It doesn't land on anyone's greatest games lists, not even anyone's greatest racing games lists. It's visually ugly, the audio is oddly peaky at times, and I don't think I ever touched the multiplayer. In fact, I know I didn't. Well, Road Rash 64 to me is the quintessential guilty pleasure. It strikes the perfect balance of mindless zone-out racing and dumb fun chaos. And hopefully we'll get to see some of that during the gameplay today. Anyways, let's go ahead and get it started. Oh, without hitting the wrong button. All right, so as I mentioned up top, this does take advantage of the expansion pack. You have 4 options. You can do normal, which is just the low-res mode with a 4:3 display. You also have a widescreen option, a letterbox option, and a high-res. We're probably just going to stick with high-res, but I may rotate through all of them. We are going to turn the audio down some. I fully expect that this video is going to get claimed but not struck because of all the licensed music in it. So I do apologize if a bunch of ads pop up while this video is playing on whatever you're watching. Yeah, we'll leave it on high res. You can change it during the game, actually, and we'll mess around with that a little bit today just to show what the differences are. All right, we're going to do big game. You have to use a controller pack to save. That's not great. The cart is not exactly redefining high quality graphics or sound. I mean, the music actually plays very clean, which is surprising because it's all streaming off of a cart, but it doesn't sound like it is. But yeah, there's no reason why they couldn't have put a battery in here. Gonna do new game. My name is Nub. You have to use the thumbstick to move around on the screen here instead of the D-pad, which I find very strange. There we go. All right, so you have 4 different options at the very beginning of the game. I usually stuck with the crotch rockets. You know, the ones where you had to lean forward over the engine basically to ride them, as opposed to the biker style motorcycles. These are tougher bikes, and they have a little bit better acceleration, as you can see, but they handle like dog crap. So I always went with these instead. We'll go with that one, and I think you can change your... Yeah. This is the one that I always went with. Do I think it's the best looking outfit? But what I do like about it is if you get in an accident and your body starts spinning in a circle, you look like a spider that's been blown by a strong breeze and it's hanging on a thread of its spider silk. It's the funniest looking thing ever. Can I recreate it for the video today? Maybe, maybe not. It's not something that you can do on purpose. It's hard to get it to trigger. All right, so let's go ahead and do the first race. The good news about this game, and this is why I never had an issue with wrecking out and losing the campaign, is you can repeat the races as many times as you want. As long as you get the money to finish the campaign for that level and buy a new bike, you can redo these indefinitely. And quite often, when I would be playing through big game, I would just repeat the levels 3, 4, 5 times, get a ton of money. Here we go. I'm still having problems with the rumble pack for my, for whatever reason, the Polymega can't read my rumble pack. It thinks it's a transfer pack, which is how you do saves, I think. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be a game changer. All right, so this is the high-res mode. Let's take a look at what the options are between them. All right, so this is high-res, and get ready for it. That's letterbox. That's wide-res. That's normal. Now, one more time. High-res, normal res. High-res, normal res. Does it look any different to anybody? I don't know if they made the best use of this. Ultimately, this may be, if you're really focused on like a competitive advantage, going with letterbox might be the best way to look at it. It might also be the best way to present the game as part of the video that I put up on the channel. We're just going to stick with high res though, because I like having as much view of the action on screen as possible, like in the biggest way, vertically, not just horizontally, because there is a lot of oncoming traffic you got to worry about. I'm not worried about whether or not I can see the guys to the left and right of me while we're racing. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay. All right, so one of the things that you want to do early and often is swat at the other racers with your punch button. And the reason for that is if they try to take a swing at you with a melee weapon, you can steal it. You can just take it from them. They don't get to hit you anymore. Again, yes, I'm on a team. Well, not on a team yet. I eventually can get on a team, but you're not helping your own cause by not hitting them when you have a chance or a shot to do it, because you get things by hitting guys. I have a melee weapon. I'm going to try to steal somebody's if we can get them to swing. None of them seem to want to. Get out of here. Also, the more bikes you crash at the end of the race, the more bonus money you get. So you're always going to do better wrecking people instead of just playing clean. All right, cool. We're in the lead. That's the important part. Someone's going to catch up. This game is just like pretty much any racing game that I've ever played. There is a lot of rubber banding where the enemy will get a small boost in speed just to catch back up to you. If you get a huge lead over the other bikers and you're all using equivalent bikes, they will catch up eventually. The game does not like giving you an advantage to get ahead of everybody else. Batteries may or may not have given me some bonus cash. The accidents usually do. Yeah, see, I got 10 bucks, and I think that's only for crashing people. All right, here we go. Now, hopefully we get to see a car coming at some point during the race here. The reason why I want a car is, number one, it causes a lot of chaos if you're on the side of traffic where it's going to hit somebody. Number two, the awesome thing about this game is you can do wheelies off almost anything. If a car is about to hit you and you pop a wheelie, you're going to jump over it. It is one of the most ridiculous and fun things to do in this game because it is complete chaos and there is nothing safe or smart about doing it. It just keeps you safe, basically. Uh-oh. Oh, God! Shouldn't have popped the wheelie. All right. The cop got taken out already. Cool. You can take a cop down. You get a bonus in your combat cash if you actually do that. Do I do it every time? Sometimes. I want to steal someone's weapon. Give me your goddamn weapons. Hey, give me your weapon. Give it to me. Give it to me. Punks. Give me your damn weapon. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay. He tried to hit me. You don't get taken out by other bikes necessarily if they fall on the road in front of you. In fact, you usually just kind of grind against it. And he's trying to crash me. He did. I just lost the race because of that guy. What a dick. Oh, I didn't. Cool. Usually you do. There was a repair icon on the left there in the gas station. I didn't pick it up, but I don't need it. We're going to finish the race in so close. Oh, that's sad. No people gotten taken out. So again, I finished second, but I can go back and do it again if I want. To qualify, I think you only have to finish either... in the first 3 places is a qualifying run. But again, every time you go back to the race, you do get less money each respective time, but you can keep earning cash. The bikes are $3,000? Yeah, $3,000 to buy. So there's 6 races in the first, let's see, right? Yeah, 6 races in the first level, and there's 5 levels in total. There isn't a fast jump off the starting line. You just hold the gas down. I think you could do a wheelie to get a little bit faster acceleration, but you also run the risk of holding it for too long and tipping over, which I usually do because I'm an idiot. All right, I got one guy down. Come on, hit me with your weapon, dummy. Like, if none of you are going to swing your weapons, I'm going to start hitting you with my weapons. See ya. Oh, God, 3. I am cleaning house. I didn't get his weapon. And I am in danger, so I should stay away for a little bit. Okay. Well, all right. Don't you dare. You can take people out by doing a biker equivalent of a pit maneuver. And pit maneuvers are basically where you put your vehicle in the back corner of another vehicle, or in this case, a motorcycle, and pushing in the opposite direction of where you want them to go, basically. Turning it around. Uh-oh. Oh, God. No! Oh, first place! Not very many vehicles on the first level. It's usually once you start getting to later levels where you start seeing a ton of, like, stuff in the way. People will also walk across the street, which poses a risk because you can crash if you hit them. But you can also, like I said, pop a wheelie and ramp off of them, essentially. All right, here we go. And going. I want to... You know what? We're just going to start hitting people with my... There it is. You gotta hold the button down to swing your melee weapon. If you don't, then you just will do a punch. Now, one thing that I haven't done yet, because I don't have an extra weapon, and we can actually, I think, pick one up this way, somewhere over here. Yeah, here we go. All right, follow this. Go up the ramp here. Usually there's something up here. Oh, no. Oh, that's good. Yes. I do 4 times damage now. Uh-oh. And now I just lost it. I should have popped a wheelie. I don't think it would have helped me any. If I hit anyone with this crowbar right now, it's taking them out. Or tire iron, whatever it is. Hit the pig. Hit the pig. Oh, we're almost out. Oh, he did a pivot over on me. I'm going to lose the race. I've also crashed twice. If I crash again, I wreck out and I have to pay for the repairs. So we may want to just play it a little bit safe. Yes, there are 2! Oh, that wasn't playing it safe at all. There was a weapon back there between those pillars. Oh, crap. I'm in a bad spot. I did just KO someone. 2 people. But, come on! I still finished in first. And someone crashed because of me. I bet they give me credit for it. I took out, what, 6? 6 people in that race? 8! Oh my god. 80 bucks added? Resisted arrest, I don't think that counts for anything. Okay, so they only gave me 70, and I think the reason for that is the 8th was the guy who crashed into a pole. That doesn't count as me doing it. He just happened to be in the wrong spot. All right, here we go. Again, if I sound giddy, it's because I love this game. It is not great, but it is just mindless nirvana, gaming nirvana for me, man. All right, cool. And a pole cue. Nice. Pole cue is maybe one of the best weapons in the game because of how long it is. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but if you hit with it, it's going to take someone out. Unfortunately, no one seems to want to get next to me. They all know. Oh. Gotcha. Uh-oh. God, he took me out! Oh, I got pitted. All right, go. I will say, although there is a soundtrack of licensed music, it's 8 tracks, and you hear basically all of those tracks within about 20 minutes, so you're going to hear the same songs over and over and over again. All right, so we have a good weapon. Let's show you what you could do with one of your weapons that is an instant kill if I can land it, which means I probably won't land it. Here we go. So you can take it and jam it in the front tire of another bike, and it'll instantly crash them. Which I'm not going to be able to do because it's too much chaos going on right now. All right, I think I just won. Oh, no. No! Yes, I won. I'm the best, baby! Winning is the fastest way to get the money necessary to buy a bike to go to the next level. It's not necessarily the requirement for every race. So, for example, let's say I finished in 4th place. I think the bonus is probably $100. You didn't qualify in the race by getting 4th place, but that doesn't stop you from repeating it again. And the value of first prize doesn't go down because you didn't finish in 1st place or qualify in that race. Right now, we have $3,400. I could technically buy a bike and finish the circuit and go on to the next level. We'll go ahead and keep the bike that I have right now and just keep going in this level because I want to keep beating up on my fellow racers. One of the things that you will get very used to very quickly is you see a nice kaleidoscope of the levels in the roads rather in the beginning here, but you're going to see a lot of these areas repeatedly during the course of the game because all the courses basically take place on one big map, and the races don't necessarily go to new areas. They just make the races longer and repeats short sections. Basic. Oh, God! Oh, that hurt. Oh, let's try to do a tire jam real quick. Hup, nope, nope. We're gonna get one. Get the bikers. There we go. See ya. Unfortunately, if you successfully land it, you also lose the weapons, so it's not ideal. ramp the bike over the car there. A good move if you're trying to take out someone while there's vehicles oncoming is literally to kick their vehicle right when you're coming up on another... kick their bike when you're coming up on another vehicle. Because it will absolutely... Woo! See you. Ah! I lost the last second. I was in first. Yeah, if you have a vehicle coming from the other direction, you kick a bike right before you pass it, you'll absolutely take them out, and it does count as a wreck that you get credit for. Cool. All right, so let's buy our new bike and move to the next level. I like handling. It's more important to me than durability. Yeah, we'll go with that one. All right, so you can join. You have to pay dues. I think it's only once per level, but you can see they're not very expensive. And again, they're going to prioritize hitting the other gang, not you, but there's nothing stopping you from hitting them when that happens. There also are some codes that we can try to use during the gameplay here today, but we'll probably just play the regular gameplay instead of focusing on trying to find cheats. And go. Oh, and I got a new weapon as a reward, I guess. The best weapons in the game are absolutely not the melee weapons. They're actually some of the stun weapons. So there are tasers and there are cans of mace that you can get during the game. And if you use them, I'm going to cut the corner here. Yeah, see, the game tells you that you cheated, but it doesn't stop you from doing it. It's like, yeah, okay, you got it. I used to know where so many of the rewards are. There's a hammer up on that top of that building over there on the right. I was thinking about going for it, but I didn't want to take the chance. We'll do this, though, because I want that 4 times damage multiplier. Try to cause some chaos, because we have the long-reach weapon. Stay straight. There we go. All right, someone get up next to me. See ya. Oh, he kicked me away at the last second. I crashed somebody. I don't know how. See ya. I hit him with the tip of the pole cue. And that's first place. I do think they start adding more bikers in later levels, but I might be wrong. Three accidents, so that's 300 added, or 30, or 40, 30, whatever. The bikes for the next level are going to cost 6,200, and we're getting 850. How many races? 8. So, yeah, if you finish first in every level, you'll have enough money. We have more than enough money to pay for the bike in the last level, so you're given a little bit of leeway to not win every race here. If you don't have enough money at the end of the races, you just go back through them again. So, I call this my guilty pleasure because this was one of those games when I had graduated high school, because it came out 2-3 months after I had graduated, that I would be taking classes at the local community college and working 8-hour shifts along with that 5 days a week, where I would come home just so tired and frustrated that all I wanted to do was just go play something stupid and veg out. That guy's trying to wreck me! Oh, God, he got it. All right, Big Jim, you're going to pay for that, buddy. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the long tumble. Can I go now? My body's still rolling around somewhere. Thank you. I don't think there's a chance in hell I win now. Oh, the audio's getting badly out of sync here. This usually fixes it. All right, good. Sorry, it's something that I know happens, and I try to fix it as much as I can, but it's just... I don't know what it is. I guess it's the software emulation they use for the N64. It falls out of sync real easy. Oh, this guy again. Smack him. He's wearing bibs. Bib overalls. It's funny, I didn't love how much you hear the same music over and over, but it still hits that kind of nostalgic quality for me when I hear some of the tracks where it's like, yeah, I remember liking this song. Ah, I took first, prick. I didn't wreck anyone that time. I got hit a bunch. They do have marks for a bunch of things. Like if you get stunned a lot, you also have a marker for that. But again, no reward for all those things. The only things you actually get credit for is wrecking your opponent. Let's go. Ah, you prick. They do get more aggressive the longer you play, so, get there. Get out. Out. Out of here. Rip! Oh, okay, we didn't need it. I'll leave you alone. You were helping me. Now I'm taking your ass out. Get out of here. Uh-oh. That's one way to spell Solomon. It's not the right way. Oh, you want some, pig? Don't let her hit me. There's something here. Yep. Got it. Oh, God. I'm hitting a wall. I was like, ah, it's too late. I didn't turn. You can't carry multiples of items. There's no... I think there is a limit. It's like 4. You can get 4 of any particular weapon. And they carry over between races, obviously. So remember, they had low polygonal counts to stabilize the frame rate. Does it look like the frame rate is stable right now? Oh God, don't crash. Take the bike. Yeah, we got it. All right. I lost a bunch of people somehow. That's all right. I'll win. I'll take the win. Thank you. I like the small touch. I don't know why it's like that, but they give you 2 different mounted officers. They give you what I think is supposed to be sheriffs, and they give you regular police. Obviously, the color of the uniform is what I think differentiates them. So there's like the, well, it might even be highway patrol, because I think highway patrol doesn't wear blue. Typically, it uses gray or brown. But then there also is a mounted police officer who wears the light blue shirt and the dark blue pants. All right, we're making progress. We're winning. That's the important part. Unfortunately, I don't think it's late enough in the game that we're going to start finding any of the stun weapons, because the stun weapons give you a lot of versatility for messing with the other bikers. What they do basically is once you hit someone with a stun weapon, they lose all control of their bike. And from there, all you got to do to take them out is just give them a kick. The kick will push them off course, and it usually causes a lot of chaos for them. Either they go flying off into the hillside, or they'll run into a vehicle or a building. It's a really easy way to screw over another racer. Also, it usually results in them crashing. Okay, don't hit. Sorry, oh God, I crashed. But I crashed him too. All right, get up. And ramp off the car! Yeah, when I had gotten out of high school, I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot to stay busy, not just at school, but also work. Didn't have a lot of time to hang out with my friends. So when I would get home, I wouldn't have a lot of energy to focus on, you know, like, I know I had said I was a big fan of RPGs around that time, but even then I was starting to have difficulty staying focused on those things. So simple, dumb games like this ended up becoming some of my go-tos. And yeah, this game, I absolutely don't think it's going to qualify at anyone's best racing game lists ever. Maybe if they had a list of combat racing games, it wouldn't even make it. Not ideal. I didn't get first or second there. Take a quick drink. Let's go. What I would really like to do is get to the third level, because I think that's when you start seeing the really awesome, like, stun weapons. Okay. Oh, God, no. And... Nope. Nope. Get the pig! Oh god, this is chaos. There is a lot going on here. Almost pit maneuvered my own teammate. Oh, you bastard. Swerves back this way. Oh, don't hit that. Yep, all right, all right, all right, all right. See, going off-road doesn't necessarily ruin your run. In some cases, you actually are better off doing that. Pig, you mess with it! Ah, damn it! Oh, please tell me he didn't crash me. I don't think he did. Yeah, he didn't. All right, we're good. Oh, that happened at the worst damn time, too, because I'm not going to place. But if I can get far enough up to gain a little bit of, okay. Fifth isn't great, but I did make a little bit of money there, I think. Caused 2 accidents, so I got 20 bucks out of that. And I assaulted an officer. Yeah, 200 bucks. That ain't bad. I gotta rerun it, though, because you have to place in every one of these races in first, second, or third in order to qualify. And if you don't qualify all the races, you don't actually get to go to the next level. See, it's funny. One of the things, the recurring themes on this channel is just how bad I am at racing games. I don't think it's that I'm bad at racing games. It's that I don't like racing games where I can't be a brutal monster to the other racers. If I can't be an absolute bastard on the racetrack, I'm not having fun, and I'm not going to do good. Got someone. Oh, God, it's getting to the chaos again. Oh, God! Kate, you bitch! I saw the bike, or the truck coming, and I was like, I better focus on that instead of her, and that's when she took advantage of me. She took sexual advantage of me. Come on, pig. See ya! I think you get a bonus for more if you take out more than one person with one crash, but again, they have to be in pretty rough shape to get wrecked out by another bike. It usually is they just push against it, nothing happens. Oh, here's where a car coming over the hill would ruin things! Uh-oh. Get on the road. Oh, damn you, you big bastard. I'm taking this. It's my race. Don't you do it! Yes! I like him doing his little hula at the top of the... Goddamn Bruce. He is my bitter rival. I think hit and run is if you actually hit a pedestrian with a weapon while you're passing. I don't remember doing it, but we did crash a cop. And I am fairly certain you get paid for the hit and runs. All right, we need about 1,000 for the next vehicle. And a rare off-road race. Does the traction get worse here? I don't remember it getting bad, but it's been a while. The weapon damage with the pull cue is not great, but again, the distance that you can hit with it is what makes it great. There are better weapons. There's like hammers and big heavy clubs and I think chains as well, which do a lot of damage. But again, once you start getting the stun weapons, there's really no good reason to use the melee weapons except to crash someone by doing a smoke jam. Which we're not focused on. We're focused on just hitting people right now. Oh yeah, we're crashing people left and right. That cop's gonna get... Oh, God! It's like I can't pop a wheelie here. I'm gonna go flying off into the distance. Again, I think if the police cars crash you, it counts as one of the mounted police. I keep saying mounted. The bike cops taking you out. So you don't want to let them run you over. All right, focus. Focus. First place finish! Woo! These races do feel very short, but by the time you get to level 5, they take a long time to finish because you're not going... They give you a short distance measurement for each of the races. They start at like 4 or 5, what they call kilometers here. I don't know why they did it in kilometers and not miles, but by the end, you're getting up to like 20 kilometers for each of the races. Now, your bikes are getting progressively faster and better at turning, but it's still a longer race. All right, we got 2 more to go before we get to the 3rd level, and again, I'm really hoping that we find one of the places that has, like, mace in it. Not mace, but stun gun. Because you don't start. I don't think you start with one. There's something over here. Let's see if I can get it. It's a chain, but no, I couldn't get it. We better get on the road. Yes, I know. I think you have to ramp off a tree, if I'm being honest. You have to do a wheelie off of a tree in order to get that bike chain. Oh, you want some, cop? I'll give it to you. Oh, okay. Don't tip. If you lean too much while you're taking a turn, you can crash out. Makes sense, you know. I don't know how I crashed someone. I definitely didn't hit anybody. Maybe I just bumped them. All right, sorry, teammate, but I gotta wreck you. Or not. There's something over here, if I'm not mistaken. I am mistaken. I'm thinking of another building. All right, come on, get up here. Get up here. We're not letting Bruce ruin my day, but the ambulance did. I'll be honest, it's been a very long time since I played this game. It's taken me back. I'm having fun right now. It's not frustrating, which is a sign of a good game to me if it doesn't frustrate the hell out of me while I'm playing it. It's not great. I don't think it's the best racing game you're ever going to play, but it's fun. Oh, come on, place. Place! I'm going to have to repeat this one. Damn. We do get some money out of it, though. In fact, I have enough money now, I think, to get another bike.
Drop it! All right,
See ya. Oh, look at that cash. Yep, let's go buy our bike. We don't have to have it to finish. Better handling, yes. Oh. They won't let me join. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I don't need them. I didn't have enough money to pay the dues. It is what it is, but now I'm going to run past all of them. See ya. Race is over. I won. I don't think the rubber banding works here. If you have the better bike than everyone else, you still outrun them. Oh, he clipped my tire! No, you bastard! You big rig piece of shit. Unfortunately, no matter how good the handling is, eventually you hit a spot where your bike is going to go faster and you can handle those turns at full speed. Which stinks, but it is just kind of something you have to deal with in the later races, is you're going to be way too fast to take turns at full speed. Which I hate, but whatever. Whee! Score a hit run? Oh, I did. Oh, God. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm going to end up losing this race because I'm screwing around too much. All right. All right. All right. The audio's getting out of sync again. I can fix that. Whoop. Nope, or not. Come on. Hit the right button. There we go. Hold on. And return. There we go. Oh, shit. Even in failure, I'm having a good time. I love this game so much. I'll be honest, this may be the most I've smiled playing a game for the channel in years. You better not beat me, you little bitch. See ya! It's going to be hard to be objective when I do the final review. All right, we're almost to level 3. 5, 3, 3. It's 3. I can count. And I really want that stun gun. I may have to cut ahead a little bit in the video just to get to the point where we can have a stun gun and start messing with people. Ah, I couldn't hit her. I used to be really good at that, clipping the bike cops when I could see them in the horizon, and just go ahead and taking a quick swipe at them while they couldn't do anything about it. I will say the screen is definitely more stable than some of the games that we've looked at that use the expansion pack, and I think the reason is it's not doing the high res in interlaced mode. We talked about that with a couple of games that we've looked at that make use of the expansion pack. The big problem that they... Oh, God. It didn't stop. Or the bike... Or the sign stopped me, so it did exactly what it was telling me it was going to do. Yeah, I think what the issue there is, in interlaced mode, it's having to do two different line sets and alternating between them to produce a higher quality image. But on an HD television, it doesn't need to do that, so you end up with some really funny-looking screens. Nope, I have no idea how you get to that 4 times power-up. Doesn't matter. We're gonna win. The important part is we had fun along the way. Woo! I think you can actually wreck into those pylons. Ah, you bitch. You can wreck into the pylons. As long as your body crosses the finish line, you still finish. All right. And we're going into the next level with a little bit of seed money, so we are a little bit more prepared for the 12,000 that we need for this bike here. All right, hopefully we find a stun gun, because I don't think they're going to give it to me right off the bat. They did! Yes! All right. Now this is where the fun begins. Look at him! See ya! Oh, this is the best weapon ever. You don't want to be on the outside of anyone you hit if you're going around a turn, because they will, like, lose control and crash out. See ya. Uh-oh, I crashed. Case in point. You cause so much more damage with a stun gun or with mace than you do with a melee weapon. And they all still count as assaults, even though, again, you don't get money for assaults. You get money for crashing people. See ya. Crashed. Bike's still not durable. Still very not durable, but that's fine. We're probably still going to finish the race. See ya. I don't know if I got that. It didn't look like it showed a crash. See ya. She's out of the race. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, slow down. Slow down. All right. All right. We made it. We made it. Maybe not as smooth as the other guys, but that's fine. Uh-oh. All right, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're gonna finish. Whoa, okay. Not joining the gang actually may play in your favor here because they're more willing to run into you to try to take you down, which means more opportunities to shock them and push them into stuff. Oh God, I shouldn't have ramped so much. All right, all right. And it is over. We won. All right, we'll do a couple more races and then we'll go ahead and wrap up for the day. I think we've seen the glut of what I wanted to see in the video here today, which is the chaos, the fun weaponry that you can mess with, and even did a spoke jam on at least one person. Unfortunately, I think you can only join the gang when they see ya. Yeah, you can only do you can only pay the dues to join a biker gang when you buy a bike. See ya. Not a chance, pig. Oh, I haven't been doing this, but there is a great combo you can do where you can shock or use the mace to incap somebody, and then kick with your kick attack, and it does a great job of like wrecking them or pushing them into stuff where they can crash out, which would be like this. Nope, this right here, kick, or big kick. There's a bigger kick. I'm not doing it. I don't think my bike is all that much faster than anyone else's, but for some reason in the third level here, we haven't been seeing a lot of people up on us. Turn. All right. Oh, pig! I don't think so. All right. We made it. I've talked about this many times. I don't like braking. I like to go full speed all the time. But for some reason, I'm pretty good at it in these games. I say these games. This is actually the only one I ever put any serious time into. I never played them on the Sega Genesis. I have played maybe 5 to 10 minutes of the game that came out on PlayStation. It wasn't 3D. I think it was Jailbreak. One of those two games I played a handful of minutes of one time, and that was it. And I win again. I'm the best, baby! You can see, if you had gone off of that overpass on the right side, there was a 2 times or 4 times damage item up there. Unfortunately, picking that stuff up doesn't give you money necessarily, but it does make it so that you can take down other bikers, and that is a good way to get a lot of extra cash if you're in the pack. Again, I've been doing a great job of shocking people and then just kind of outrunning them on my current bike. I don't recall that being the case in the latter part of the game. Oh, come on. Come on. Get. I want you. Get. I don't think that counts as damaging. It is something that's fun to do and makes them lose control, but I don't think you could shock them 10 times and then they'll fall off the bike. They'll just keep getting shocked. All right, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. That mailbox that we just passed on the right, you can absolutely ramp off of it. Oh, God. Oh, this is gonna hurt. We're off. We're off. We're off. We're off. Get back on the course. We may be screwed. All right, we made it. No! No! I crashed. And it still counts as a wreck, and you still lose durability as a result. There's a cop here. Let's put the cop in the hillside here. Nope, didn't get him. See ya. And we're ahead of everybody. It's over. Oh, they're catching up. Oh, no! Oh, someone crashed me. I think you can right your bike if you mash A and B while you're going over a jump like that, but I usually am more focused on whatever's going on and then, oh God, the cop almost wrecked me out. I'm usually more focused on what's going on with everybody else than trying to right my bike over a jump. You cannot ramp the big box trucks like that. If you try, you're just gonna get splatted. All right. Let them rack each other. That's good. Don't hit the taxi, idiot. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm not gonna place! Unless I cut the corner here. I didn't place. All right, I think that is a good enough look at the video that we'll go ahead and wrap things up and do our final review. Yeah. I still love this game. And as much as I would love to give it like a ton of praise and say it's one of the best racing games of all time, I know it's not. All right, let's go ahead and do the review phase. We'll do a round of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right up front, let me just go ahead and say I had to re-record my final thoughts and score and review because I came across sounding like a giddy idiot at the end there. It was just like, this game is great, and I love the racing, and it's my favorite thing ever. And it was like, this sucks. I got to redo the whole thing. The good is that the game places a heavy emphasis on combat, which results in a lot of chaotic moments in each race. Bikers punch and kick each other. They smack each other with bats and clubs and nunchucks and heavy chains. They can use mace and stun guns to incapacitate and send bikers veering off course into hillsides or oncoming traffic. The ensuing wrecks and cascades of carnage are wildly entertaining, even when you're a victim of them, and more importantly, you're rewarded with a small bonus for every biker that you end up crashing. A lot of combat racing games tend to leave players with few direct targets to use their weapons on because they prioritize the racing over the combat. Here, it's the other way around. Bikers are clustered together for most of the race, so you have plenty of opponents to mess with, and absolutely must if you want to guarantee yourself a first-place finish. The developers knew what they wanted, and they nailed it. The controls and handling of the bikes is very stable, at least in the early parts of the game when the bikes are slower, and they're maneuverable enough to avoid most accidents. Never felt like I was fighting the bike to round a sharp turn, and obstacles can usually be dodged either with a quick course correction or popping a wheelie to ramp over the hazard. And ramping is possible over a surprising number of objects, including pedestrians, mailboxes, and even oncoming vehicles. Is it realistic? Absolutely not. Does that matter? No, it makes the game better that way. Provided everyone is using the same class of bike, races tend to feel surprisingly fair, as accidents don't automatically guarantee a racer is out of contention. Case in point, I wrecked several times during the gameplay, and more often than not, I still managed to finish in first place. It was only when I purchased the next class of bike that I started to outrun the other racers, and that only lasted until I qualified to go to the next level, and at that point all the bikers got equivalent bikes. Ultimately, this can be viewed as the upside to rubber banding. You're never truly out of a race, but we will get into the downside of that in the bad. The soundtrack, even though it is rather short because it's on an N64 cart with limited space, sounds very clean thanks to some deft compression work, and the song selection fits the action perfectly. They cover a range of genres from surf rock to punk, metal, and there's even a splash of techno in there. They made the best of the limited space allotted for the music files, and while it's not rich with well-known bands aside from Sugar Ray, they fit the gameplay. As far as the bad, and yes, there is quite a lot of bad, this game is a graphical eyesore. There is no sugarcoating it. The character models and bikes feature very low polygonal counts. The environments are often barren with a handful of 2D trees, cows, and maybe a generic building here or there. And the texture work is maybe some of the worst you'll ever find in an N64 game. The biker outfits, as well as the bikes themselves, are just blurry blotches of color. The fields are just blobs of one shade of green. Even the skybox was so poorly done that you can actually see a seam in the low-res clouds if you actually stop to look at them. And I noticed that while I was looking back at the video for editing. Road Rash 64 is ugly. Full stop. The developers intentionally limited the polygonal counts to provide a more stable frame rate. They failed at that task spectacularly. If you're ever caught in the middle of a scrum of bikers or traveling through the rare city environment where they have to populate the area with actual buildings, the frame rate drops to somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 12 frames or lower per second. For a game as graphically sparse as this one is, it is impossible to excuse the frame rate chugging as much as it does. The audio balance, particularly for the sound effects, is a hot mess. Every biker grunt, melee weapon thwack, and bike crash is bizarrely loud, and are further amplified if multiple sounds play over each other, which happens all the time. The volume increases so much that you will often hear the audio clipping. This probably could have been fixed with a slider for the sound effects, but for some reason the option to do so does not exist. You can only change the music volume. How they overlooked that when they were making this game is beyond me. That is something that you have to be able to adjust. Every game that ever gives you the option to change the volume of music gives you the option to change the sound effect volume as well. The fact that it's not here and that it is so loud is just an egregious mistake. I mentioned before that the game uses a lot of rubber banding to keep races competitive, but it also means that wrecking your opposition does little to prevent them from winning, as the game tends to place a wrecked biker close to the back of the pack instead of making them start from where the crash occurred. As such, it takes very little time for a biker to regain their position and challenge you for the win. I get that the races tend to be very short, and leaving a biker to restart where they crashed would effectively keep them from winning the race at any point, but restarting so close to the group also negates some of the value of wrecking them in the first place. This is why people don't love rubber banding. Why bother with clean racing lines or skillful weapon use when the game will just slow you down and speed up the competition to keep it close? Yeah, this game is guilty of it, and it's guilty of it in a pretty sharp, observable manner. As far as the ugly, I'm not sure what the expansion pack actually did to enhance the graphics. We looked at it at the very beginning of the video. I flopped back and forth between the normal, low res, and the high res, and it looked almost identical. The difference in the level of detail is so minimal that it would be hard to justify purchasing an expansion pack just for this game. And no, I didn't do that myself. I don't know if anyone ever actually did it. They would have just happened to have it already. There's also a few widescreen options that you could choose, which really only benefited players that had a TV with a dedicated widescreen zoom option. And I think I had one of those types of TVs after I stopped playing my N64 games. But where they should have focused that extra RAM was stabilizing the frame rate, which they did not do. Because the game takes place on a single map of interconnected roads, the longer you play the big game mode, the more repetitious the courses start to become. By the 5th level of the game, there won't be a single course that isn't comprised of at least some, if not all, roads that you've already raced on one or more times. They tried to maximize the use of the map by having players travel both ways on all of the roads, but it is still pretty obvious when you get to that final level. I wish the bike cops didn't focus so much on you instead of the rest of the pack. It seems like whenever they catch up to the scrum, if you are anywhere near the cop or come close to the cop when they catch up, they always prioritize hitting you over other bikers. I get that you're the player and your winning is the main objective in the game, but come on, there's like 9 or 10 other bikers that are also breaking the law. Why am I the focus? Hit them, please. I would have liked more options to pick up melee weapons, but you can steal some from other bikers. It's just not the easiest thing in the world to do. Unfortunately, most of the loose weapons that you find in the environment require you to jump off of or over a building or ramp, and doing so usually puts you into a field or at risk of crashing, so you're less likely to go for them if you're trying to win the race. I think the simple solution would have been to just scatter a few of the lower tier, lower quality weapons around the edge of the main roadway, so you have easy ones to pick up with a little risk, but I didn't make the game, and they do, when you go up a level, give you one melee weapon for free. That's how we ended up with the stun gun before the end of the video. All right, let's go ahead and do our score. We do our score in Randars, 1 to 10. Look, I love this game. I cannot pretend otherwise. It is mindless, chaotic fun, and I certainly have rose-tinted glasses for it when I remember the positive place that it took in my life during, a period when things were a little bit chaotic, where I was taking classes and going to work immediately after for 8 hours. In some cases, when I was working at an amusement park, it was 16-hour days. So I had very little free time, and I didn't get to hang out with my friends much, and this game kind of just fed that need for some kind of, stress release. That said, the game is ugly, even for an N64 game. It has a horribly unstable frame rate when too much is happening on screen. The audio mix was in desperate need of a separate sound effects slider, and rubber banding ruins more racing games than it fixes, and this game is certainly no exception. I love the game, but Road Rash 64 is a mess. I'm giving it a 6. 6 Randars. Saving grace is that big game mode doesn't require players to win every race to earn money or continue playing. You need to be in the top 3 of each race to qualify, but finishing in the middle of the pack still rewards you with cash. You can repeat races as often as you want to continue collecting money with diminishing returns for each top 3 finish. The focus on combat over racing certainly attracted its share of fans, but serious racing fans would have looked elsewhere as there is not much nuance to each bike's performance. The Superbikes aren't much faster or better at taking sharp turns than muscle bikes, and each level of bike only offers 4 options with very sameish stats. Road Rash 64 did one thing very well, the chaotic melee combat, and not much else. 6 Randars. I love it, but it is a very mediocre game. And yeah, I was clear up front. I was very excited to take a look at this game at some point on the channel. I'm happy that we did. I know it's probably going to be a pretty sparse episode in terms of editing because I was basically just grinning ear to ear like a giddy idiot, but I'm happy that we looked at it. And if this is a lighter episode in terms of my goofy nonsense that I put into them, so be it. I had fun. And I hope whoever checks this out enjoys it as much as I did, because it's one of those types of games that you shouldn't like it, and I did anyway. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Nubs Collection. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.